Joining us on the phone right now is Michael Cohen. He just last hour finished meeting with investigators at the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. He's the author of Revenge, How Donald Trump Weaponized the U.S. Department of Justice Against His Critics. Michael, what'd you talk about?
Hi, Nicole. How are you? And to your panel. Unfortunately, and of course, all of you three members of your panel fully understand that the district attorney has asked me not to go into the sum and substance of the conversation and the questions. That, of course, would only benefit one person, and that, of course, would be Donald Trump, and I have no interest in doing that. Neither do they. All I can say is it was a very productive meeting. I don't suspect that it's going to be the last either, and I think Alvin Bragg is, as just stated by Harry, I think he's seriously looking at this case on several different grounds.
Michael, you had spent time with Mark Pomerantz. There were two incredibly skilled prosecutors looking at this who thought it was chargeable and prosecutable. Do you have a better understanding of why they left after today?
So again, it teeters on the promise that I made to the DA that I would not go into the sum and substance of our conversation today, other than to say that the team that I met with today are incredibly professional, and they are no different than Mark Pomerantz and Carrie Dunn. They are true professionals and very knowledgeable in this area.
Did anyone ask you anything that surprised you?
Well, nothing, of course, surprises me because, unfortunately, I lived through it. So this is also something that I have covered extensively, not just in Disloyal, but now, as you brought up, Revenge. It's been discussed before 8 different congressional committees. This would now be my 14th time meeting with the district attorney's office. And like I said, they are a truly professional team.
Michael, I want to help you respect the prerogatives of the prosecutors you met with today. But this is an office that made such an unsound decision in the eyes of the last prosecutors that were looking at this, that they quit in a very high-profile split with Alvin Bragg at the beginning of his tenure. Do you have a better understanding, even if you won't share it with us, that there's been an about-face from Bragg?
Well, I don't think they would have called me in today and spent the 3 hours or so that we did if there wasn't an interest in re-examining, I suspect, many of the things that both Mark Pomerantz and Carrie Dunn had outlined approximately a year ago. Did
you have any requests for documents that you haven't already turned over? I guess what I'm trying to ask is, are there new avenues under scrutiny by this office?
So once again, and Nicole, you know me well enough now to know I'm not one who likes to back away from an answer, especially if I know it. Once again, I sort of have to respectfully decline to respond because it goes into the sum and substance of the conversation that I agreed not to disclose.
No, I completely get that. And I guess it's a good sign for those of us rooting for the rule of law that there was a sum and substance of the 3 hours today. So yay, rule of law. Let me ask you.
If I didn't, Nicole, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I didn't think that they were serious about reviewing documents and testimony and so on, I would not have wasted 3 hours going again down to the DA's office for the 14th time. So that's a very good assumption that you just stated.
Okay. Michael Cohen, I also know this about you, that when you are able to talk or when a prosecutor has been able to take your information and run it down and make use of it, as AG Tish James has done, and then thanked you in her press conference, you are completely forthcoming with all of us. But I respect that we're getting you in this window where you're just not even an hour out of this 3-hour meeting. So thank you for spending some time. Is there anything else, and any other sort of thoughts or tea leaves you can leave us with to read?
No, I just I would like to say that I think people will be satisfied down the road, but again, only time will tell. And I look forward to coming onto your show in the future and to be able to discuss this at length and with specificity.
We do too, and we know that day will come. Until then, thank you, my friend, for making some time to call us today. We're grateful.